And just start to allow yourself to come into this space on your mat, into your practice. Come present in this moment in your breath. And as you start to pay more attention to the breath, notice how it starts to get a little bit longer and deeper. And if it doesn't do that on its own, then consciously start to elongate your breath. Start to slow it down. And begin to find that equal length between the inhale and the exhale. And then start to notice the parts of the body that are moving with the breath. Feel into your ribs as your diaphragm expands. Feel the side ribs, feel the back body and the front body all expanding. Moving it up into the chest, feeling the back of the heart, the sides, and the front of the heart expand, and then all the way into the collarbones, translating that all the way into the back of the heart, the shoulder blades broadening, the collarbones broadening. And then as you exhale, soften everything from the top all the way down. And at the bottom of the exhale, actively draw the navel up and in. So you start to use your abdominals to empty yourself out. As we empty ourselves out, we make space, we make room for that new energy, that new oxygen, that prana, life force energy to come in, to make its way into our being. Use the breath as a way to kind of clean out the cobwebs or any energy that's stuck in there. Take a few more breaths like this, getting a little bit deeper each time. Slow, fluid breath. And then notice how your hands have landed, your shoulders, what your head is resting on, your legs. And take a moment to set any intentions here you want to set. And then from here, walk your hands together so that your palms touch and your elbows come narrow in towards your head. And then just lift the forearms and the fingertips and let the thumbs drop right to the nape of the neck. Get the head a little longer, the neck a little longer, and the elbows, walk them forward a little bit more. And then as you do that, sink your sits bones further back. And bring a little energy into the palms of the hands as they press together. And then from here, extend the arms out. Separate your hands to shoulder distance, tent up onto your fingertips so that your palms, your wrists, and your elbows all lift off the floor, and then rotate your biceps up. So like the outer shoulders start to rotate down, and press the fingertips into the mat like you have little suction cups on those fingertips. So there starts to be energy in the hands and the arms. Walk them forward, sink your sits bones back, and take a big breath through the side body. Next, inhale, walk those hands over to the right. And again, wrap the outer shoulders down. And then flatten the hands and take that left hand on top of the right. You might even interlace the hands, or you might grab onto the wrist, whatever's available to you. And then wrap both shoulders down, especially that left side, and anchor your left sit bone down. And as if you're walking your right hand away, you're anchoring your left hand to it. Let that left side body wrap down towards the floor, and then fill it up with breath. And then take it through center and walk it over to the left. Stay up on fingertips for this first one. Keeping the hands and arms shoulder distance, take your inhale here, wrap the shoulders, anchor your right sit bone. Just take a moment to breathe here. And then flatten the hands and walk that right hand all the way on top of the left. You can interlace hands, grab the hand or the wrist. Wrap that right shoulder down, anchor that right sit bone down, and then amp up the breath in your right ribs especially. Use that breath to stretch into your intercostals, all those spaces between your ribs, and then all the way up through the tricep. Like you're rinsing the lymph nodes here with your breath. And then take it back to center. Now lift up onto your knees. Walk the knees into hip distance. And start to find your cat-cow here. So as you inhale, let the tailbone, heart, and crown lift. And as you exhale, let the tailbone, heart, and crown curl in. And just close your eyes and let your body move here. And as you're starting to move now with the breath, notice and feel into all those little parts of your body that might be feeling tight or tense or sore or good and loose, strong, whatever it is, just feel into your body. And take the next couple breaths to either stay here or to let the body move in any kind of organic movement shape it wants to move in. It might feel good to roll the ribs or the hips or the head. And then on your next inhale, find neutral. Take the elbows out now in front of your shoulders so that the hips stay right over the knees. Palms are going to come together. Inhale, extend your heart forward, drop it down, drop the forehead down, and then lift the forearms and the fingertips straight up to the sky. So now you have a little more sway in that upper back, but keep your belly super active so that you're supporting that low back, keeping length in the low back. Good, and then relax the arms, slide the hips back to the heels, and inhale, roll yourself right back up to that tabletop. From here, take your right foot back, press into the heel, stretch all the way from the sole of the foot up the chain of the leg, and breathe. And then bring that right leg right up in line with the hip, heart forward, and shoulders back. Make sure that right hip is rolling down. Pull the belly in tight, the ribs hug in, and then exhale and curl the knee in, round in towards it. And then inhale, stretch it back, reach it back, extend, and exhale, curl it in. Try and draw that knee as close up to your head as you can get. And then inhale and take it back. 3 more like that. Exhale, pull it in, use the belly to get there. And inhale, stretch it back. And exhale, draw it in. Toes can be pointed or flexed either way, but active. Inhale and stretch back. Okay, on this one, exhale, curl it in, curl it in, curl it in, and then you're gonna thread it through and around so that your right knee comes right in front of your left now. Separate your heels. From here, cat-cow, inhale and exhale. And exhale. Now flex your feet, come to a neutral spine, and just start to lean back, stay on your fingertips. We're not gonna sit back, but we're not gonna sit all the way down, but we're just kind of heavying our hips down, seeing how our knees feel with this. They may feel good, they may not, so it's just a little stretch to start with. We'll get all the way into it soon. So just breathe here, and then inhale, come up, cow back, and then exhale, belly in, round back, sit back. And then this time, inhale, neutral. Okay, bring the left toes right behind the knee again. Inhale, get long in your spine, and exhale, draw that right knee back in, unthread, and send the leg back. From here, take the left arm forward. Now, curl your right heel into your bum. Keep the knee up in line with the hip if you can. Pull the belly into the spine, reach. So now you're kind of reaching through your fingertips and reaching through that right knee. And then we're going to flip that left hand, reach around and grab for the inner ankle. Kick into your hand as you lift through your heart. Good. And then gently release that. Extend the arm, extend the leg, set the hand down. From here, look down. Try and keep your left toes in line with your left knee. Flex your right foot and roll the hip open. Tent up onto your right fingertips. Engage into that core, and then send your right arm to the sky. Good. Reach out through that right heel and then send it down to the floor. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. Take the right arm, reach it right up over your ear. Okay. From here, bring that left shoulder over the wrist. Make sure that right foot is flat on the ground. You're going to press into the outer edge of it. Take your right arm straight up, and then you're going to lift and hover that left knee, kick it out in front of you, and come onto the outer edge of that foot. Now, your right foot can either stay flat as your right hand comes down, or you can pivot onto your toes, which I think is a little more challenging. So you choose, but try and roll your chest so that it's square to the floor. Lift your navel. Breathe here. Send that left outer edge of that foot away. And breathe. Good. Okay. From here, take up to the right toes. Take that left foot back. You've landed in a high plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Knees can absolutely be on the ground. We're all going to go there in a minute, but hold steady. Good. Knees come down. From here, take your left toes back. Press through the heel of the foot. Reach forward through the heart and the crown of the head. Engage through the belly. And then as you inhale, let that left leg rise up in line with the hip. Pull the front ribs up and the belly in. And then as you exhale, tuck the knee into the forehead, navel into the spine and round. Inhale, reach back, and exhale, curl in. 3 more like that. Again, get nice and tight as you curl in. And as you inhale, get nice and long. Shoulders draw back, collarbone spread, and exhale, draw it in. Couple more. Inhale back. And exhale. Last time. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, curl it in, get super tight. And then thread it around. And you may need to use your hand to get there, that's fine. Separate your feet a little bit and flex all 10 toes. You can be on your fingertips or you can be on your hands. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round, curling, cat back. Again, inhale, take that cow, lift the heart, lift the crown. This time as you exhale, round back, start to sit back. Again, all 10 toes active. And sit back a little bit or a lot, depends on your knees and your hips. And then inhale and stretch it forward. Heart forward, crown lifts. And exhale, round back, sit back. And inhale, come neutral. Good. From here, exhale, draw the belly in, tuck the knee in, send it right back. Right foot comes behind the right knee again. From here, right arm's going to extend forward. Reach back, reach forward, and hug to the midline. And then from here, curl that left heel to your bum. Flip the right hand so that thumb is down and the pinky's up, and reach around for the inner edge of your ankle, and then kick in left. Okay. And then gently release that. Set the right hand down, flex your left foot. Again, you're going to try and keep your right foot in line with your knee and roll your hip open. And take your arm up, press out through the left heel. Good. And then set your left foot flat, reach your arm up over your ear and press into the outer edge of that left foot. Roll your ribs open, stack your hips, lengthen your tailbone. Okay, inhale, arm comes back up. Make sure your right wrist is right underneath your right shoulder. Press into that left foot. Exhale, lift that right leg, extend it out. Then take that left hand down again, toes are flat foot, and find kind of a plank, drawing that right hip to the right and the left ribs down to the floor. Good. And then from here, we make our way into our plank and hold and breathe. Exhale, set the knees down. Tent up onto your fingertips, walk them way forward. Biceps up, hips over the knees, sink the heart, sink the head, take a breath. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Good. And then curl your toes under and start to roll yourself back so your hips come down to your heels. Your arms are going to come, your hands are going to come under your shoulders as you roll back and over the feet. Go ahead and let the heels sink, let the heart lift. Take a moment and breathe here. And then on the exhale, go ahead and let the hips rise. Feet are about hip distance and parallel. Rock from your fingers to your toes. And then bend your knees a lot so that you're kind of resting your ribs or your belly or whatever on your thighs. And slide your hands all the way under so that your toes actually come up to your wrists. And then press your feet into your hands and pull your hands up into your feet and lift the shoulders away from the ears. So you're stretching out your wrists here. And you're using the balls of the hands to massage, or the balls of the feet to massage into the hands. And then release one hand at a time. And you can also do this with the hands on the blocks next to you or on the floor next to you. Take another breath. Feet, knees stay bent, belly stays active. Let yourself roll up one vertebrae at a time. Stay kind of ragdollish in your upper body, knees soft in the lower body, head coming up relaxed. Once you arrive to mountain pose, roll the shoulders back, let the palms spin forward. Take a moment, close your eyes. Feel your feet. The space around you. Come back to your intention. Good. Okay. From here, open the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace at the top and then flip the palms up. And press the arm bones apart. Belly in, ribs in. Lift all the way up to the sky. And then on the exhale, soften the knees, pull the belly, and let the arms sweep as you dive forward with the heart. Take an inhale, let the heart lengthen forward, shoulders draw back, get nice and neutral in your spine, pull the navel up. And then exhale and fold. On your fingertips, start to walk yourself forward. Now, if your hands don't like this, come flat, no big deal. You might make your way all the way out to down dog on your fingertips. You might even make your way all the way out to high plank on your fingertips. Or hands are flat. Either way. Okay. Take a moment and breathe. Then exhale to down dog. And inhale, extend the right leg back and up. On the exhale, take the right knee to the right elbow. Hover it. And then set it to the right pinky. Set your left knee to the ground. Lift up onto your fingertips. Let your right toes be angled out to the right and the left knee be behind the left hip. Lift your heart, drop your shoulders, and sink your hips forward a little bit, but keep the inner thighs active, like they're still trying to scissor together. And take a moment to breathe. Okay, and then from here, take the left hand just a little bit forward, take the right hand on that thigh and lean back. Beautiful. Then come back. So the right hand's back under your shoulder or just in front. Flex your right toes and come to the outer edge of your right foot as that right knee starts to drop open. Think like a super wide pigeon. And then roll the right ribs down and the heart down and breathe here. From here, flatten your right foot, walk your hands back, flip your toes up. So now you're in a wide pyramid, heart forward, shoulders back. From here, set your foot down flat. Hands come down, curl the left toes under, keep that right foot wide, lift the knee, take an inhale. Exhale, left foot's gonna step outside the left pinky. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, sit into a wide squat. Elbows to the inner thighs, heart lifts. Neck is long. Beautiful. Exhale, hands down, hips lift, heel toe the feet to hip distance. Inhale, lift and lengthen the heart. Exhale, walk it back, downward facing dog. From down dog, wrap the triceps in. Keep the feet hip distance, but roll them over to the left and then press your right hip up. Good. Come back to center. From here, walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Soften the knees. Slide the hands under the feet or on your blocks or next to you for that wrist stretch. Drop the head, lift the shoulders, breathe here. And then release the hands, bend the knees. Keep the belly engaged as you roll to stand. This time, when you come upright, let the arms float up, inhaling. And then exhale, dive right in. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale, up onto the fingertips or flat on the hands. Walk it out, down dog. Take a breath. Maybe find high plank. Hands on fingertips or flat, you choose. Back to down dog. Inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Look to your pinky finger. Set the foot there. Come down onto your right knee. Lift up onto your fingertips. Lift your heart. Think cobra in that heart, and then anchor your legs and scissor them together. Right hand comes just slightly forward. Left hand comes to that left inner thigh. Lean back, heart open, shoulder blades back and down. Gentle press forward and away from you with that left thigh. And then roll your left shoulder, chest back down, left hand back down. Peel up the left toes, come to the outer edge of the foot and take that very wide pigeon. Let that left knee drop open. Let the heart scoot forward and the right hip drop. And then flatten the foot, walk your hands back, take that wide pyramid, toes up, heart forward, breathe. And then inhale, foot comes flat, hands come up onto the fingertips, curl the right toes under, and exhale, step, wide squat. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Deep breath. Okay. Hands come down, hips come up, heel toe the feet back to hip distance. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and exhale, fold. This time, unhinge from the hips. Come up with a nice long spine. Lift your heart, lift your gaze even, and then bring the hands to the heart on your own. Take a moment. Okay. From here, inhale, sweep the arms right back up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. On the exhale, walk it all the way back to down dog. Take a beat in down dog, breathing here. Okay. From here, Inhale, take your right leg, reach it back and up. On the exhale, let me switch it around. On the exhale, you're gonna step that right foot about a foot behind your right hand and then turn the toes to the right and then spin onto the outer edge of the left foot with flexed foot. Right fingertips on the ground. Okay. Then take your right arm up to the sky. Think like a modified side plank. Okay. Now inch that left foot away so that your shoulder's just behind your wrist and let that left hip sink to the floor and your right hand reach to your foot. Your left shoulder is gonna hike up a bit. That's okay, as long as it doesn't feel too crunchy. If it does, just move it away. And then press into your feet. Inhale, stretch your arms, lift your hips, reach up and over your right ear. Again, exhale and sink down. And again, inhale, stretch up, reach up. And then from here, take the right arm straight up. Okay, lift your hips so that that left foot starts to anchor. The inner edge of the foot starts to anchor. And you may need to shorten yourself again here to get that. Strong, strong core. Pull up that right knee. And then slowly bring it to stack. Or keep it staggering. Or set the left knee down. So you land in the side plank. And then from here we go right to high plank. Inhale, hover your right leg. Exhale, knee to the forehead, navel to spine. Try and stay in plank here. Inhale, stretch back. Think like we did on our knees, which you're welcome to return to. Exhale, knee to forehead. One more. Inhale. And exhale. This time, right knee to the right wrist, right ankle to the left wrist for pigeon. Slide that left foot back. Walk your fingertips back and lift your heart. So full pigeon now. Breathing here. And then exhale and start to come down onto your elbows. Curl your left toes under, lift the knee, and then press back through your heel. And then inhale and reach forward through the heart and the crown of the head. Shoulders scoot back. Breathe here. You can absolutely be on your hands, on your belly, whatever feels good, but keep a little bit of action in your legs. Like they're still scissoring together and your belly's still lifting. Okay. From here, walk up to the fingertips. Inhale. Curl the left toes under. Exhale, lift the knee, lift the hip. So hovering in that pigeon, and then take it straight back to plank and set it down. Set both knees down, reach the heart forward and the shoulders back, and lower to your belly. Uncurl the toes, extend the legs, and anchor the tops of the feet. So you feel your whole lower body turn on. Then start to feel your navel peel off the floor and towards your spine. Take the arms back behind you and interlace them. Palms are going to stay tight if they can. Now take your shoulder blades and squeeze them together and lengthen them down away from your neck, keeping the legs active. And then as you inhale, extend your heart forward and lift up. Extend your knuckles back and lift up. And breathe. And then keep all the other stuff. Legs still active, navel still lifted, pelvis anchoring, breath deep. Beautiful. Lower down. Set your hands under your shoulders as you inhale. And as you exhale, take an extended child's pose. Knees are going to stay hip distance. Sink the hips back. Extend the arms. Take an inhale. And then exhale and make your way back to downward facing dog. Okay. From down dog, take your left leg, reach it back and up. And on the exhale, bring it about a foot behind your left hand. Turn the toes to the left. Come onto the outer edge of the right foot. Lift up onto your left fingertips and then extend your left arm to the sky. Okay. Breathe here. So your hips are lifting, your arms are working. Legs and feet are active. Then on the exhale, you might inch your right foot further away. Let that right hip sink and that left hand reach to your right foot. And then inhale, press in your feet, reach your arm up over your ear. This time, lift your hips to the sky. And exhale, sink that right hip down, reach that left arm long. One more time. Inhale, stretch up and over. Keep the hips high this time and bring the left arm up. And then if you got longer, shorten it so the wrist is beneath the shoulder. Start to lift your hips so your right foot comes flat. Engage your belly so your left knee can hover. And then extend it. And then find high plank or knees down plank. Okay. Left leg hovers, inhale. Exhale, curl the knee to the forehead. Again, inhale, take it back. Exhale, curl it in. One more time. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, curl it forward, and then find your pigeon. Okay, slide your right foot back. Lift on your fingertips, lift your heart. Left knee is wide of your left hip. And then make your way down onto your forearms. Curl the right toes under, pick up the knee, press the heel back so you're getting a little bit longer. And then release it down. Take the heart and the crown of the head forward. Couple more breaths here. Okay, from here, walk back up to your fingertips or to your hands under the shoulders. Curl the right toes under, lift the knee, hover that left leg, take it back, high plank. With or without the knees, lower down to your belly. Okay. Again, lengthen and anchor the feet. Take the hands, this time let the palms come wide, shoulders lift, heart comes forward, arms go back. Think wrists back and arm bones apart. Neck really long, jaw soft. Navel lifted, legs active. And then exhale and just lower down here. Let your hands separate, let your head turn to the side. Let the whole body soften, legs soften, shoulders soften, and just rest for a moment. Hips can rock side to side, knees can bend, and feet can windshield wiper, or you can just stay in this place of rest, whatever feels good. Turn your head to the other side. And then come back to your forehead, hands under the shoulders as you inhale. Exhale to that extended child's pose. And then inhale, or curl your toes under, and inhale as you roll yourself up. So kind of right where we started. Exhale, roll over the feet. Feet are about hip distance and parallel. Inhale, lift your heart here. Exhale, lift your hips and drop the heels. So you're landing in a forward fold with the feet hip distance and parallel. Okay, so again, bend the knees a lot. Either take your hands next to your feet or underneath your feet for that wrist stretch. Drop the head, lift the shoulders, pull your hands up, press your feet down. From here, release the hands, walk them to the left so they're at a diagonal from your left foot, and then bend your left knee and straighten out your right leg. Then stick your right hip out to the right and then draw it back away from your shoulder. And then as you straighten that left leg, walk your hands over to the right, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, take that left hip out to the left and back away from your left shoulder. And breathe. Good. And from here, come back to center. Bend the knees, pull the belly in, and inhale, roll yourself to stand. Once you come upright, float the arms up, inhale. And then on the exhale, start to sit down. Keep the knees tractioning over the toes so our feet are separated, our knees are separated. Peel the toes up, pull the navel back. Think like you're going into a chair, but you're wide. Good. And then from here, let the hands come down by your side, float them all the way back. Shoulders back, palms draw together, navel and ribs together. Keep breathing. Then start to straighten the legs and keep hinging forward until eventually you're parallel to the floor with the torso and you're almost straight with the legs, but not quite. You're still soft there. Then lift the pinky fingers a little bit more, but not the head. Draw the shoulder blades together a little bit more. Good. And then bend the elbows, set your hands on your sacrum. Take your opposite clasp and reach the wrist bones back again, and then let yourself drape over your thighs again and the head drop more. Okay, now with the shoulders lifting away from the ears, bend your right knee again, and then this time spin your torso to the right. And draw your left hip back. Good, and then come back to center, bend into the left knee, start to spin your torso to the left and send your right hip back. Come back to center. Release the hands to the sacrum, release the fingertips out in front of you, walk yourself back out to down dog, maybe on your fingertips, maybe on flat hands, maybe to high plank, and back to down dog. Flatten the hands if you're not already there. Take a breath. From here, inhale, look forward to the hands, and at the bottom of the exhale, step, walk, or float the feet together. Big toes touching now right between the hands. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, unhinge, stand all the way up. Exhale, set the hands to the heart, shift the weight into the left foot, pick up your right knee with a flexed foot. Take the right ankle, cross it just above your left knee. Let me come this way so you can see me. Cross it just above the left knee so you're in this figure four. And then keeping the left hip, so I'll be opposite you guys, send it back. Again, you're sitting into that chair. Think about the knees staying in front of the hips pretty much, the toes flexing, and breathing. Then maybe extend the arms. Good. From here, hands back to the heart. Take your left hand out to the outer edge of the foot and your right hand to your knee. And as you inhale, you're going to start to stand up and pick up your foot. Now you might stay here. You might take your hand and cradle the knee in the foot and come into a standing pigeon. And breathe. Then start to soften back into that standing leg. Gently set your cradled foot or leg back onto the knee. And inhale, extend the arms again. Hands to the heart. Stand yourself up. Bring that knee to hover. Extend it out in front of you. Set it down. Beautiful. Switch sides. Shift the weight. Pick up the knee, flex the foot, then take that foot, cross it over and drop the knee. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, start to sit down. And as you inhale, extend the arms. So your booty is going back. Your foot is flexing to protect that knee. Breathe. From here, take your hands, outer knee, outer foot. Keep the foot flexing, keep the spine long. Use your legs and your core to lift that leg up. Then you might find that cradle and come into that standing pigeon. To come out of it, same way. Soften into that standing leg. Gently set your foot down. Find your balance again. And then on the hands to the heart, stand up, pick the knee up, and exhale, kick it up. And set it right back down. From here, inhale, arms float up, and exhale, float the arms down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, walk it back to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath. Okay, from here, spin the triceps in, roll your feet over to the right now, and press your left hip up. Come back to center. Set your knees down. Set your elbows down. And most likely interlace your hands or bring the forearms and the palms flat. Breathe into the back of the heart as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to curl the toes under and lift up into dolphin. And breathe here. Three more breaths. Keep pressing down through the forearms, squeezing together through the elbows, lifting through the low belly and dropping through the heels. On the next exhale, let the knees come down, let the hips drop back, and let the arms come right by your side. From here, inhale and roll yourself up to kneeling. If you want to take a vinyasa, take one right here. Otherwise, we're going to come into a wide squat and hold there. So those that are taking vinyasa, go ahead and do that. Those that are sitting in your squat, go ahead and do that. Take about 3 breaths. And then everyone's going to land in this squat. And then you're going to help yourself to sit. From here, take your right leg out in front of you and cross your left knee over for a half knee pile. So kind of what we are doing at the beginning. And if it was feeling okay on your knees and hips, bring that bottom leg under also so that you're sitting directly between your heels, pretty much. And all 10 toes are flexing. Left knee stacked on top. And sit up nice and tall. And then take your right arm, stretch it up, and drop the hand behind the head. Let the left hand rest on the elbow. And then set the back of the head into your forearm. And breathe here. Good. And then release the arms and extend them out. Flip the hands so that the thumbs come down, interlace them behind you, roll your shoulders back, extend your knuckles back, and your knuckles may even come to the floor to lift the heart, and then send the knees together and forward. And the neck is just long. And then on the exhale, use the belly, bring yourself forward, release your hands, let them come out in front of you and support you as you come into a fold over your knees. You can rest your head perhaps onto your knees, your chest, your chin, your fists. And then inhale and roll yourself up. From here, take that top knee so that it's upright and the foot is flat. Take that left hand behind you to kickstand and stretch your right arm up. As you do that, press your left foot into the mat and exhale, rotate to the left. And then wrap your arm around your knee. Get that left sit bone down, left hip down, and lift the heart and lift the crown. And then exhale and rotate. And then unwind. Take your left arm around the outer left knee, cradle the shin. Take your right hand and grab your foot and then find that little cradle right here. And then you might even take this arm and take it underneath and bring that shin a little bit more parallel to the floor. Keep bringing your chest towards your shin, flexing your foot. Good. And then gently release that. Extend that leg long. Take the other leg and cross it over. So now right leg is on top and left leg is underneath. Stay here or tuck that bottom leg under as well, as long as you can sit evenly on your sits bones. So find this, flex all 10 toes, sit evenly, squeeze the inner thighs and sit up tall. Then take your left arm and stretch it up, bend the elbow and set the right hand on top. Take the back of the head back. Breathe into that left side. You know you're always welcome to take full archer, grabbing for the fingertips. Otherwise, stay here. Sometimes this can even feel like you have a little bit more leverage. And then we're going to gently release that, stretch the arms long, flip the palms back and the thumbs down, and then reach behind you. Take the opposite thumb on top, probably left thumb on top, but take opposite of what you did. Shoulders back, extend the arms back, knuckles might touch, they might not. Lift your heart and breathe. And then just let the head be right in line. Beautiful. And then exhale, bring yourself upright. Release the clasp of your hands. Let the arms come around in front as you fold yourself forward. Letting your head rest or your hands come and your head rest on your hands, whatever is available. And breathe. And on the inhale, walk yourself up. Take that top knee upright and the foot flat. Right hand's going to kickstand behind you. Left arm's going to stretch up. Inhale, and on the exhale, wrap your arm around and rotate. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, belly in, rotate. Sits bones are evenly down. Hug that knee in towards your chest and breathe. And then unwind. Take this right arm, wrap it around the knee and the shin. Take the left hand and grab the foot and find that cradle. And then again, you have all the options. You can wrap it under, cradle it. But the idea is to get the shin a little bit more parallel to the floor. And then just gently release that. Take that leg out wide, take the other leg out wide, knees up, toes up, heart lifted, inhale, and exhale, just let yourself melt forward. Now, if melting forward means that you're kind of hunched forward, stay more upright and think about keeping the back long and the knees and toes up, and the hinge only coming from the hips. And if that's not working, just stay in that upright, totally fine. And then roll yourself up, help the knees together, extend the arms and roll yourself back. Once you land down onto the floor, take an inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, and on the exhale, hug the right knee in, interlace your hands around it and draw the knee towards your shoulder. As you do that, send your left knee away. Good. From here, take the right leg and straighten it towards the sky. You may need to slide your hand to the back of the thigh, flex the foot, flex both feet actually, and then start to hover your left leg off the ground. Feel your belly anchor and your low back anchor, and then start to peel your shoulders and your head and chest up and extend your arms forward. And just breathe. And your knee may need to be bent. That's totally fine. Both knees may need to be bent. That's totally fine. Okay, then from here, take your right ankle, land it above your left knee, and then start to bring that left knee towards you. Stay curling head and shoulders up and belly in. And then release the head and the shoulders. Take your right hand, thread it between your legs, grab to the back of the thigh or the shin and come into your figure 4. And then set your left foot flat and slide your right knee to stack, extend the arms. Take the hips over to the right, pick up the knees and drop them to the left. And then roll your right shoulder down and send your right hip away from your chest. And then unwind that. Bring the knees back to neutral. Extend both legs long. Again, the arms up overhead as you inhale, stretch. And as you exhale, hug your left knee in towards you. Interlace around the knee. Draw the knee towards your shoulders. Send your right knee away. And then extend that left leg straight, flexing the foot. And then start to send your right heel away until it hovers. Separate your hands, curl your head and shoulders up off the ground. And then bend this left knee, hook it on top of that right knee, bring the right knee up, stay in this curled up position, figure 4. And then release the head and the neck down. Left hand's gonna come between the legs for your figure 4, around the shin or the back of the thigh. Left foot stays flexed. Beautiful. Release the right foot down, extend the arms and stack the knees. Hips move over to the left, knees pick up and drop over to the right. And then send your left shoulder down, send your left hip away. Big deep breaths. And then inhale and unwind. Uncross the legs, realign the hips. One more time, inhale, stretch the arms, stretch the legs. And then this time on the exhale, hug both knees in. Keep them together to start with and rock a little side to side. And then separate them to shoulder distance and rock it side to side. And then find happy baby as you flip the soles of the feet up and rock it side to side. Soles of the feet are going to come together right above your chest or your belly, and then start to pull the feet towards you as you send the knees out and away. And then gently lower your legs down in this same shape, feet together, knees wide. Take a loose cactus with the arms and close the eyes. We're going to take a cleansing breath and then 3 inhales to a count of 5, exhales to a count of 7 before we close out. So take a big inhale through the nose, fill up all the way. And exhale, let it out the mouth. Soften your face and inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, full. Soften your face and your throat. Exhale through the nose, 7, 6, 5. Slow it down, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Inhale, 1, 2, soften your shoulders, 3, 4, 5, pause, full. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, empty. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause, full. Exhale, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, empty. Last time. Inhale slowly all the way to the top. 3, 4, 5. Soften your face and your throat. Sip in a little bit more air. Really feel that expansion in the ribs. Soften again and sip in a little bit more air, getting as full as you possibly can. And then as you exhale, a slow release through the mouth, like you're deflating a balloon. Once you have emptied out, let the legs release, let the arms soften down by your side, palms up. Adjust your body so that you can rest here comfortably in Shavasana. Shoulders out of the ears, lots of space in your body. And before you let go completely, take a moment to let your intention come back into your mind's eye. And take a moment to feel in your body. Scan your body and just again notice all those little places. Maybe there's been a shift, maybe there hasn't. Just notice without any judgment, just simply witnessing. And then take a moment to send yourself love and gratitude. Really giving yourself this time, this gift of connecting with yourself, coming back to our true, our most authentic self. May we get peace. May our hearts remain open. May we be awakened to the light of our true nature. May we be healed. May we be a source of healing and kindness and grace for all beings. Thank you guys for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Please stay and rest as long as you can, at least a few minutes, even longer if you're able to. And namaste.